Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our grand Aquarium Emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Triviamaster Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Hello and welcome to Grand Trivia, the only trivia show from outside of time and space. I'm Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire, and with me as always is Intern Camino.
Hello everyone, I'm Intern Kristie. Hi, I'm Intern Kristie.
Yes.
But I am channeling today C-3PO because I think of myself as a really, really excellent assistant to you, Fluval, who is channeling George Lucas right now.
It does look shockingly like Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber.
Oh, that is a good
The super
point.
laser, the big gun.
Just a big old
The big gun that we use to destroy planets every single week right here at Radio Free Multiverse.
We love it. Suffering! Suffering, it is tragic. And
it
we
sure is.
so enjoy your suffering. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Grand Trivia. Are you ready to suffer for our amusement?
Because I'm a Fluval, a fifth-dimensional being who appears to you lowly mortals like a fish. But actually, I'm just far beyond your comprehension. And also with you. May the suffering be with you.
Yes, and also with you. Had to put the toys away. May the third be with you. Happy Red Sharks Eve. I heard that some interns are going to be bumbling their way through the original series of Star Trek, which...
Yes, Red Sharks Eve.
We did create as a model for you, late stage capitalism Earth. Who will survive? Exactly, that scream.
They couldn't hear that.
Oh, they couldn't hear that?
But if you do want to hear it, what you should do is use your channel point rewards to set it off so that you can hear it at home as well.
I just wanted to, say that these screams of terror.
Oh, they can hear those ones. There it is.
There we go.
Thank you, Missy Information.
Need to plug in your phone in a way that you have unlimited power. This itself is the lightsaber that was lost in that moment.
That's true.
It's true. It doesn't turn on because it was drained of power.
It was lost when Windu flew out the window. I'm a very funny director. And you too can be a funny director if you go to crowd.live and enter room code RWPOD.
I'm so excited. Fluval.
Yes?
So I know right now you are channeling
Let me shake
Lucas.
it off so I can channel myself instead. Okay, yeah, what's up?
George Lucas, creator of Star Wars, also the personal confidant.
Oh, yeah.
And the personal documentarian of Grand Emperor Aquarium, the endless enclosure from whence all Aquaria are decanted.
No, Lindsay, no one said that. Because it would be horrific slander if someone did.
It's not canon.
No one would say that.
It's just really not.
It's so
canon.
not true. It's certainly not canon. It's not even Legends. That's some fanon nonsense.
Not even Legends. Hello, beautiful city.
Hello,
I'm
beautiful
so glad
city.
to see an entire city here. Because as we know,
yes.
the planet is one big city.
I'd also like to inflict a little bit of suffering on Beautiful City and note that you missed a theme park episode last week.
You did. Do you enjoy your suffering? Because we're enjoying your suffering. Yum, 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 yum.
Yes, go to crowd.live
Slander.
to join our game of trivia like some other participants. Who, you might ask? Well, that's a great question.
Lindsay Premel slander.
Yeah, such slander.
Such slander.
Welcome to Luke Starkiller, Princess Missy Organa.
Ooh.
R2D2 makes R1D1 look like R0D0.
Yeah.
CBC3PO, Pod Race Tatoes, 1B, but like a droid. You can all join our game of trivia and go to crowd.live and enter the room code RWPOD, and if you win...
RWPOD?
Yeah, RWPod.
That,
like pod racing.
Yeah, it's like, what, like race will pod. The race will be a pod race.
Or it's like Ryan won pod.
Ryan won
And we have I directed a Star Wars, Goo, and Bootleg Bosk, and E.G. Lisa M. Thank you
Love
for
that.
Scream, plausible deniability.
Potatoes, this is why we murder all of you after each
Red
episode,
Wing.
so that you can be regenerated, pick new funny names, and we get to replay the entire cycle of suffering all over again. Yum, yum, yum.
Red Wing Pod.
Red Wing Pod.
Which is, of course, a podcast about Red Tails. Movie George Lucas produced. Hello, Stephen Premel, with your summoning scream. And Lindsay Premel likes your sparkly outfit, Intern Kristie.
So I'm Intern Kristie. Thank you so much. I wanted to model one of my favorite interns in all of fiction, C-3PO. I love the droids because they serve so unquestioningly, even through their fear. Because, you know, it's the least they can do.
It's the least they can do.
And that's how I feel as an intern in the presence of this grand multidimensional being.
Hello, Dreamer. Federation Starship 69. Star Wars Zick Andrew. Never saw a Star Wars.
Ooh, never saw one. Rebel Will's Pod.
Yakety Sax was an exclusive for comedy trivia, Blogtoven. This time it's been replaced with the Wilhelm Scream.
Which I do enjoy. We do murder a Wilhelm.
We murder
every single time.
We've destroyed many Wilhelms.
Every time you hit that button, it sounds the same, but it is a new being that we have created, given the memories of a life so that it knows it has something to lose.
Rebel Will's Pod. And also Beautiful City. Next week on Missed Calls will be Doctor Who versus Doctor House.
Yes! Can we get a Wallace Shawn scream?
Come in! Let's see if that's in our expansive database. But not right now, because now we should get our game of trivia underway. If you're late getting in, you can still join and suffer by scanning the QR code that will be on the bottom of the screen. But for now, let's start the countdown. Here we go.
I love that it makes us wait.
Yeah.
I like that element of the suffering.
I do too. I do too. I wish we could get a Wallace Shawn.
Wallace Shawn Van Helsing.
Here you go. What was the name of Luke's son in Star Wars Legends? Was that Anakin Skywalker, Ben Skywalker, Owen Skywalker, or Yoda Skywalker? Pick your name. Was Anakin, Ben, Owen, or Yoda?
Fluval.
What?
Twere you a Luke Skywalker?
Twere I a Luke?
And twould you reproduce?
Yeah. Which I never would, because fornication is gross.
Of course.
It's below me as a fifth dimensional being.
True, but much like a chat AI, would you Luke Skywalker, human? What would you name said offspring?
Death Star.
Death Star.
Death Star Skywalker.
Hello, Calico Sky. So excited to extract your suffering.
No, Suffering Skywalker. There we go.
Suffering Skywalker.
And BBBR, you may have fallen into my trap. And Calico Sky, if you haven't joined our game yet, you can scan the QR code and join. This is only question one.
911 in Chicago Med on TikTok.
What did you
You
pick?
mean you're watching the TV shows on TikTok?
Yeah.
I must know.
Did you hear the entire Super Mario Brothers movie was uploaded to Twitter?
I love that.
A paid subscriber to Twitter Blue uploaded the entire Mario movie. And
love the internet.
Only paid subscribers can pirate movies on Twitter.
This is why I like late stage capitalism. Yeah. Who will survive Earth? Every time you get something that you just deserve as a being, it feels like stealing.
Okay, so Single Walk Run, what did you pick? Since you think you might have hit wrong, what did you pick? Did you pick Anakin Skywalker, Ben Skywalker, or Owen Skywalker? None of you thought it was Yoda, so if it was, boy, will you be embarrassed.
Oh, hit Owen.
You hit Owen. Well, let's see what you picked. Well, the correct answer was, of course, Ben Skywalker, who was Luke's son with Mara Jade, the former Emperor's hand.
And she had a badass scene where, oh my God.
Mara Jade was very cool.
Mara Jade, super badass. Can you imagine bulking your own destiny by murder? Love it.
I mean, you should also hail Grandem Baratheon. Like, you can hail two things.
Well, you see...
Porque no las dos. I was decanted from him.
Yes, and therefore is an iteration
See,
thereof.
all hail Grandem Baratheon, the boundless enclosure, the endless fish tank. It's not exclusive.
It's sort of like how... on your Earth, they have this idea of an all-knowing God.
Sure.
But that God is like way too far out for you lowly third-dimensional beings to communicate with. And so you require the intermediary of, say, Jesus Christ, who you put through untold suffering. Beautiful. This is why I made the connection.
So you're saying one could say I am their own personal Jesus.
Yes.
But yeah, so
by worship of Fluval, you worship Grand Emperor.
I'm someone to hear your prayers, someone who doesn't care.
It sounds like a dangerous part. Oh, 1 to 3 minute parts of procedural.
No.
Me too. And boy, have I watched many.
But so so the answer was Ben Skywalker, and when asked if George Lucas had been told about Ben Skywalker, former executive editor and fiction and comic editor Sue Rastoni said, quote, "I believe we let George know Luke was getting married, but I doubt we informed him of Ben." And we also have... As part of an appearance on a panel, Sue Rastoni said that she learned 2 things during her work on Star Wars. Number 1, don't spill your water, and number 2, don't kill Chewbacca. Because Star Wars fans didn't take a moon-killing Chewbacca very well.
I mean, at least a moon killed him.
And
that's a really fun death.
It was a moon pulled onto him by an alien race using gravity projectors. Oh, that is depressed mode.
And I love the suffering. That required both of them.
It was both. It was the true duality of humanity.
Yes. The Church of Fluval Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yes.
We call them the Aquarium Christines.
Yes, the Aquarium
For I am
Christines,
the messenger of...
Yeah.
I am merely a lowly third-dimensional being with fine motor control. And I serve Fluval. And I bring his word to you!
Yes. And now I bring the leaderboard to you. No, I don't. I bring question 2. Which actor from Doctor Who voiced the Bendu, a Force entity who claimed to represent the center of the Force between light and dark? Was that Christopher Eccleston, Colin Baker, David Tennant, or Tom Baker? And now you might be thinking, oh, did you hit the wrong button? No, that was a test.
It was.
I wanted to make you suffer by getting your expectations up that you'd get to know who's in first place. But no, you got to answer this question because my presence is like a violent storm on this quiet world. Blogtovin says it's impossible. Yeah, I'm keeping you on your toes, which I don't have as a much more ascended 5th dimensional being.
It's true. It's true. They confirmed that Chewbacca was hit by a car. Cake Boss could talk to him because he's a dead fish.
Oh yeah, no leaderboards because intern Mike is currently on strike with the WGA. Yeah,
strangely enough, he was the only one we were paying.
I also like that our viewer numbers went up immediately after the Writers Guild went on strike, which I think means we have a lot of Hollywood insiders watching. And hey, Hollywood insiders, after the strike is over, give us a show.
Give us a show.
Not before.
No.
If you ask me before, I'm gonna say no, but after.
No, we want full advantage of a large writer's room. Yes.
We want a large writer's room so we can torment them all.
Exactly. We need more beings to make suffer this tiny writing room business. Too few beings.
Also, I hope that the strike, the guild gets what they want so you can get a step closer to utopia.
Yes.
So your world's in better shape before we blow it up.
Same with the Oakland Teachers Union.
Yeah, the Oakland Teachers Union's also on strike right now. UPS might go on strike this summer.
Writers, strike me down and I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Strike! Fuck you! He does.
I mean, yeah.
We support teachers here, yes, because you can only really understand the horrifying suffering of the world by understanding the world. You need a good education.
Also, if you believe, that is true.
That is true. Yes. More people should strike generally, wink wink.
So let's see what you picked on this question. 10 of you thought it was Christopher Eccleston. None said Colin Baker. 5 said David Tennant. 1 said Tom Baker.
Ooh.
But let's see. Oh, Canadian tax workers are also on strike right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
But let's see, what was...
It brings such good ratings to late-stage capitalism. Who will survive?
What was the correct answer to this question? The correct answer was... Oh, that's really good, Blogtoven. But the correct answer to this question was Tom Baker, the fourth Doctor. He voiced the Bendu who debuted on Star Wars Rebels in 2016. And while he wasn't Bendu, David Tennant, as Phony mentioned, did voice a character on the Clone Wars who was a droid professor named Hu Yang who taught Jedi, including Yoda, how to build a lightsaber, which is, of course, a more elegant weapon from a more civilized age.
Yes.
Not as clumsy or random as a blaster.
But I like both because, I mean, causing clumsy, random chaos, yes. This lovely bit of chaos, Things from the Void, reached deep
that was Things from the Void.
into the chaos dimension and pulled forth for us this magnificent, tasty piece of chaos.
Well, let's go to the leaderboard, where I directed a Star Wars in first place and everyone else lost points. Unsurprisingly, the one who directed a Star Wars is the one who got it right and never got a Star Wars in negative points now.
Do you think that I directed a Star Wars might be...
I think it's Ryan.
Ryan?
I think it's Ryan, the Last Jedi Johnson.
Thank you so much.
Ryan Poker Face Johnson.
We love it when you're here, Ryan. You cause so much suffering with your complicated layered mysteries.
They get negative points now.
Yes!
They get negative points now?
Yes!
They get negative points now.
Yes.
Suffer.
It is a particularly good thing from the Void. You lose points!
Part of the new update from Crowdpur.
We did influence that. We did tuck some, what we did is we struck them, and they...
Yeah, Intern Forrest also interacts with them quite a bit on LinkedIn. But now let's go to question number 3. In Star Wars Legends, which of these was the name of Palpatine's three-eyed son? Triclops, Trioculus, Trisight, or Trizor?
Trizor!
I got this one. I like how cutthroat this game has become. I mean, much like the Australian version of the review, we cutthroats.
Exactly.
It was a joke probably only for Missy. Because it was a Hunter and the Wiz joke.
Oh, explain it to me, Fluval.
So you know the show Review starring Andy Daly?
Sure.
There was an Australian version. Oh, Sam, you're still here.
Sam!
So it's for Sam and Missy. In the Australian version of Review, on the second episode, one of the people the host commits in the original review, which the American version was an adaptation slash inspiration of. In the original review, which is the Australian version, the host reviews murder. And it's a very brutal scene where he slashes someone's throat.
Oh my god. In the original, I'm glad Crowdpur can get worse, and you can achieve the most negative. You can, in fact, be the most suffering.
Look, Intern Forrest assembled my dossier about it, and I think was obviously a little biased because the American version is hosted by Forrest McNeil.
They remade it?
No, it's the original.
How many stars was it?
2 stars. They gave it 2 stars. I think it was on YouTube. I think it was a clip on YouTube of the murder scene. I don't know where Wiz found it.
But it's a good one. Check out Hunter and the Wiz.
Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/WizWorld Live. And you should also check out WizWorld Live this Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific.
So much
and
delightful
Doom Room
suffering.
on Sundays.
So good. So good.
You know what I think about Hunter and the Wiz? I really like it. Why don't we go to the see what you
Oh my god, I was like
2 of you said
suffering
Triclops.
so
8
much
of you said Trioculus.
in anticipation.
2 of you said Trisight. And 3 of you said Trizor.
Man.
What if we made this show less accessible?
Yes, they have an amazing channel.
The correct answer is, of course, yeah, Argyle's been watching them too.
Triclops!
The correct answer is Triclops. Trioculus was an Imperial warlord who tried to usurp the role for himself and wielded the indestructible glove of Darth Vader, which survived the explosion of the second Death Star. And
Just one glove?
Just the right glove.
I suppose because Luke cut it off.
But for some reason, that one's indestructible too. The other one isn't. And he embedded...
What a big fuck you from Palpatine.
He added things to his glove that could simulate force powers.
Trioculus just felt
But also,
right.
Vader's suit being a fuck you from Palpatine is canon. Palpatine made the suit hurt so that Vader would never be happy, so he'd be stronger in the dark side.
What beautiful sort of suffering being inflicted. This is why George Lucas is Grand Emperor Aquarion's personal documentarian.
Oh, if you think Triclops is a stupid name, then boy, you're gonna love... Because, you know, so Rey Skywalker is Palpatine's granddaughter in canon, but in Legends, his grandson via Triclops was Ken Palpatine.
His name was Ken, and he called himself Triclops?
No. Triclops' son was Ken.
Triclops named his son Ken?
Palpatine's grandson in Legends was Ken. And do you know what Ken's mom's name was?
Jody.
Nope. It's dumber.
Barbie?
Sorry, yeah, he's just Ken. He's just Ken.
Just Ken?
Yeah, Triclops is everything, and he's just Ken.
He's not like Ken Palpatine? He's just Ken?
No, he's Ken Palpatine. That was a Barbie movie reference.
Oh, okay.
His mom's name is Kendalina.
Kenclops.
His mom is a Jedi princess named Kendalina.
I love it.
Triclops and Kendalina. You are cordially invited to the...
Ken is such
Wait, did I say Rey is his grandson?
We do not want to invalidate
gender's a human
Rey's
construct.
gender, despite the fact that it is a human construct and is overall bullshit.
Oh, no, I didn't. It's just about the fact that in both canon and Legends, Palpatine's grandkids have single Earth names. Yeah.
Which is of Dathomir canon.
His granddaughter is Rey. That's the crossover waiting to happen.
We gotta do Bride, what is it? Princess Leia Bride?
A Courtship of Princess Leia.
Courtship of Princess Leia.
Have you seen has everyone out there seen the cover of Courtship of Princess Leia?
This is another moment in young Intern Kristie's life where she really wanted everyone to think she was super cool. And then the lady at the library, gave this book to her because she had to order it online on the library system and went, oh, wow, that's a very pretty dress Princess Leia is in. And I'm like, humiliation!
Yeah, that's the Dathomir one,
it's
right?
A really fun
Rancors
one.
And shit.
It's absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, it's where Fabio and Han Solo compete for the love of Princess Leia, and Han Solo, who definitely isn't a still from Blade Runner on this cover.
And who literally kidnaps her and does a bunch of, off the hook shit. As a child reading this being like, wow, if a man ever does that to me, I'm gonna murder him because he's a danger to myself and others.
He also makes 3PO sing a song about how great Han Solo, about how great he is.
Yeah, it does. I swore I'm preteen.
So the song was written by C-3PO and was called The Virtues of King Han Solo.
Oh.
He's got his own. I'm gonna do the Shatner style spoken word version to keep the Star Trek theme going from the previous show. But here we go.
The princess.
He's got his own planet, although it's kind of wild. Wookiees love him. Women love him. He's got a winning smile. Though he may seem cool and cocky, he's more sensitive than he seems. Han Solo. What a man, Solo. He's every princess's dream. For some reason, by the way, that last part is labeled as the chorus. There are no more lyrics.
A TV show with CGI Leia, followed by an animated Witches of Dathomir spinoff. Don't tease me like that, Andrew. Missy, don't tease that. I would watch it in a second. We all would, yes.
I mean,
yes.
They did do a Spaceballs cartoon.
They did?
Yeah, I don't think it was very good, but they did a Spaceballs cartoon.
Fair enough.
It was on G4. The TV channel for gamers.
Oh, I see.
It aired 13 episodes, and that's it. And Mel Brooks.
If you GLTS with Star Wars, it's a tie.
Mel Brooks has a writing credit on the pilot and nothing else.
Caravan of Courage. Merchandising.
Right. Each episode parodied a different movie or show.
After you see, it's the fine motor control. You can
and you
really
know what?
strike.
Tom Selleck is still milking it a year later. Oh boy. That was before Detours. But now let's go to the leaderboard, where Princess Missy has taken first place. Star Wars Andrew in second. I directed a Star Wars down to third. Brian, no.
Brian, no.
Because only 2 of you got it right.
Gasp.
Well, here's another question. Which Mad TV alum plays Jedi Master Seer Junda in Jedi Fallen Order? Krista Flanagan, Deborah Wilson, Mary Shearer, Nicole Sullivan. Do you know the answer to this one? Intern comedy TV series of the early 2000s?
Thank you so much. I'm Intern Kristie. No, I do not. I remember watching Mad TV when nothing else was on and being like, I really wish this was a different show I was watching.
Yeah, Blogtoven with speaking of GLTS, which might be a hint for Georgie Porgies out there. Thank you, Missy Information. It was also inspired by Intern Forrest playing Jedi Survivor right now.
How does Intern Forrest enjoy it?
He likes it. He likes it a lot. He's only got to play it a little bit, but he's really liking it. But now let's see what you all picked. 2 of you said Krista Flanagan, 9 of you said Deborah Wilson, 1 said Mary Shearer, 1 said Nicole Sullivan, and Deborah Wilson is the correct answer, and she's also the
69%?
Yeah, 69% got it right. Deborah Wilson is also the 6th official voice of Daisy Duck.
Oh.
And is the first African American to voice Daisy Duck.
Very nice. Disney Plus just announced a Junior Jedi Knights live-action show with Master Ikrit, voiced by Brian Cox.
Do you know Jedi Master Ikrit?
No, I don't. But apparently it's nice. Oh no, nice for the 69. Yeah.
Nice. Ikrit being voiced by Brian Cox would be incredible. Do you know who Brian Cox is?
He's
Logan Roy.
Yeah, I'm like he's either Logan Roy or he's the man who makes meth.
He's Stryker in X2 and Logan Roy. X2 X-Men United.
Okay.
He's the general that they fight.
Sure.
This is Jedi Master Ikrit.
I love you.
This little bunny is a Jedi Master.
Oh, he's so cute.
He does sacrifice himself to defeat the Yuzan Vong in the New Jedi Order.
The voice of McDonald's. I hope he'll tell them to fuck off in that cute little form.
But yeah, in Legends, at least, he does die.
Top keck.
When the Yuzan Vong try to destroy
Famous angry man, and I love him, yes. Love those angry men. Dr. House, are you kidding me? Give me a difficult man.
His Force Ghost appears.
Cyclops. He's so fluffy.
Yeah, he dies, and then his Force Ghost appears
He's
and
just
wishes
a
Anakin
bunny
Solo
cat.
well.
Ugh.
It's only a bleeding rabbit. Stoner movie with me and Brian Cox. When?
Yes.
Well, let's go to the leaderboard and see if that Stoner movie is anywhere on there. Princess Missy in first. Star Wars Andrew in second. I directed a Star Wars in third. Which is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
So I should clarify. Princess Missy Organa in first.
Who's
Star
in
Wars
last?
Andrew in second. iDirector Star Wars in third. Bootleg Bosk in fourth. Luke Starkiller in fifth. Goo in sixth. R2-D2 makes R1-D1 look like R0-D0 in seventh. Millennium Foolkin in eighth. CBC 3PO in ninth. Pod Race Tatoes in 10th. The 1B but like a droid in 11th. Pod Race Tatoes again in 12th. Dreamer in 13th. Calico Sky.TTV in 4th. Federation Starship 69 in 5th. E.G. Lisa M in 16th. And tied for 16th with E.G. Lisa M is Never Saw a Star Wars.
I like how 0
We're gonna learn that
isn't
together,
the lowest.
Blogtoven.
I love that we're in negative 80. It
I also
brings
know
so
the
much
answer.
joy.
I know the answer to that, Blogtoven, but you'll find it.
Suffer.
So
suffer
let's go
in
to question
anticipation.
Number 5. Which of these is a real Jedi Master from Star Wars Legends? Master Bates, Master Blaster, Master Schmatster, or Master Task? Master Bates, Master Blaster, Master Schmaster, or Master Task?
Ha! You lost it and got back in with the same name. Suffer.
One of these is a real Jedi Master, the other aren't.
Behold, your fellow chatmates are laughing at you and your foolishness.
And this is a returning question. This one has been on the show before.
Don't know legends.
Don't worry, we don't have. I swear they are not all legends. There are some non-legends questions coming up in the second half of our game of trivia.
Are we going to talk about Savage Press?
No, but well, not because of a question, but we can. We've had a Savage Press question before where
it's my favorite.
It was a similar
name.
one where it was which of these is a real Star Wars character, and it was 3 fake ones and Savage Press.
Savage Press.
Savage Press.
Savage Press. Master of his own Padawan.
That might be a hint, but it's too late.
Do you lose points if you don't answer? You'll have to suffer to know.
You'll have to suffer to know. You have to take the risk yourself. They don't hear that.
Oh, okay,
that was preparing for our halftime show.
Thank you, Fluval. You were just
But let's see
tricking me.
what you picked. 6 said Master Bates. 2 said Master Blaster, who rules Bada Town. 2 of you said Master Schmaster. 4 of you said Master Task. The correct answer is Master Bates. Jedi Master Soon Bates was killed when General Grievous crushed his head.
Wow.
Randy Stradley introduced Master Bates in the comic series Jedi Council Acts of War. He noticed that Lucas licensing editor Sue Rastroni tended to put Master before the name of any Jedi characters. And so he introduced Soon Bates, the Jedi, being like, well, she'll make it Master Bates and catch it. Be like, that's a funny joke. But she didn't, and it ended up getting published.
Yep.
And then General Grievous crushed his head.
Because they hadn't heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis, the wife. New favorite character, no way. Master Bates' head crushed. Poor form. This stuff sounds made up.
It's almost like it's a work of fantastical imagination. But yeah, before we go to our halftime show, I think where we should go is, of course... Jedi Master Soon Bates was a human male Jedi Master who served in the Jedi Order in the last decades of the Republic Classic era, which is the prequels.
Disney announcement. Disney Plus just announced Get Back style 15-hour hangout documentary that's just Kevin J. Anderson and Timothy Zahn talking about the Maw Cluster. Amazing. Thank you, Specific Andrew, for keeping us up to date.
Thank you for keeping us up to date.
On these cutting edge announcements from Disney Plus. We did have an intern that was our communique with these important networks because we're very, very important. But they went on strike. We struck them.
Yeah, we struck them.
We struck them. Can we talk about George R. Banks?
Oh, George R. Banks. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Okay, Missy, you're actually wrong.
You're wrong, Missy.
It was spelled both ways in various Star Wars comics. They cared so much about this character, they didn't get his name right consistently.
Wen Bates.
So wait, you wanted to... Okay, so do you know George R. Banks?
I do not know George R. Banks.
It was not canon.
And is it George R. Banks?
No, it was George R. Banks. It's not a reference to Game of Thrones.
because the idea of a Jar Jar writing Game of Thrones is amazing.
Jar Jar Binks was the non-canon father of Jar Jar.
Okay.
And he was a sailor he worked for Binks and Son Whaling Company. And he tried to take down a whale. However, the irresponsibility and clumsiness of his son Jar Jar caused their ship to founder, and the Binkses are marooned on a desert island. A month goes by, and George is driven to madness by his son's follies. When Jar Jar proposes to swim for the mainland, George eagerly agrees, knowing he won't make it. However, when his wife intervenes, and George, unable to take anymore, decides to shoot himself. His wife's attempts to stop him by asking to think of her son only causes him to pull the trigger. However, the bullet merely grazes his skull. As he lies there, he reminisces of his love Sheebla and how he cannot marry her because she could not bear him the son he wanted. As he imagines Sheebla standing before him, the hallucination clears to reveal it is really Jar Jar with an octopus wrapped around his head. George's only response is crushing despair.
Wow.
And it was in Star Wars Tales Volume 5.
Whalers on the moon.
It was a big suffering comic, yeah.
Big harpoon. That is pretty dark. Love
but now
that
it's
suffering.
time for the
Love it.
Grand Trivia Halftime Show, which is a celebration of a canon Star Wars character.
In these movies that you see less of, that you want more than Kit Fisto. In the second
This is from
one,
Chris
in the
Gethard's
third one,
appearance on
give me
Blank
my
Check.
Fisto. What's the deal? He looks cool, acts cool.
He does.
Everything about Kit Fisto's fucking cool.
So cool.
Carries this film.
He does.
Carries this film.
Carries it.
Absolute MVP. Without
you tell him,
this,
yeah.
Without the keystone that is Kit Fisto, this whole movie crumbles.
These
Kit
captions are in French for some reason.
By far. You get this sense. I could tell you, I saw Kit Fisto for roughly 4 seconds in this film.
Yeah.
Here's what I know. Kit Fisto, Jedi Master, yeah, but probably on the younger side, probably on the more rebellious side, goes off and does Kit Fisto's thing a little too often for the Jedi Council's
You're
comfort.
right. This wasn't
Gets
Blank
things
Check.
done.
It was the
Maybe he
Phantom
doesn't need
Podcast. It was the
clones as
Phantom
much as
Podcast,
others. Maybe
Attack
he's
of
one
the
those that's
Podcast,
voiced
or
some
Revenge of the
discontent about,
Podcast.
why are we relying on this? Because it's easy. That's never been our way. Kit Fisto is someone who gets out in the field, does nothing. Kit Fisto doesn't care if he needs to
It was
go
the
undercover,
Blank
clandestine
Check.
for months, even years at a time. Kit Fisto gets the job done.
I think this is
Maybe
Attack
Kit
of the
Fisto doesn't play
Podcast.
nice with others. Maybe Kit Fisto doesn't get along with everybody all the time. He doesn't play the politics. He doesn't play the game. He goes and he gets it done like a Jedi. Kit Fisto, MVP.
No, this was
now,
Revenge of the Podcast.
Always Syrah.
Wow. Just to clarify for you guys, he's the guy with the green dreadlocks. He's got big black bug
It was
eyes.
Performance
Big
Review
bug eyes,
3.0.
dreadlocks. In the second movie, I think he pushes someone over, a
In the
droid
battle,
over,
in that
and
big
he's got
battle.
like
But he's
6
running
fingers.
like a motherfucker. When they go inside that big stadium that's very convenient for the fucking battle, he's running like, I'm gonna fuck shit up, and he's psyched that he gets to do it. Kit Fisto seems, you know what it seems like?
I love how
Like
much
every
footage of
Jedi
Kit Fisto
Master
they
has
have
a
to work
stretch
with for this
before he's
video.
Master, where he just gets real into the fact that he can fuck shit up. And I get the sense that Kit Fisto is right in that phase. He hasn't settled down yet. It's not about wisdom.
Oh, the fanfic episode with the Glory Hole Planet is very funny.
Give me more money.
It's Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon on the Glory Hole Planet in the fanfic they read, though. Which, of course, again, fornication gross, but funny fanfic.
Funny fanfic. So much suffering.
So much suffering. But why don't we keep the suffering going? So, Star Wars, Zick Andrew is in first place with that directed to Star Wars in second. Missy Organa down to third. Princess Missy Organa, that is. Down to third place. Where some people have a negative hundo so far.
Honestly, if someone had been telling me about Kit Fisto while getting an IUD insertion, zero pain. I think that's how we fix that issue.
I mean, a big problem with the education around healthcare is absolutely the lack of awareness of Kit Fisto.
Yes, 100%.
We should normalize Kit Fisto.
Normalize Kit Fisto. Normalize.
Normalize it.
Normalize it.
You know, in so many ways, the education around sexual health is stuck in the 1980s, much like VHS, which is the subject of our next question. What was the last Star Wars movie to be released on VHS? Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, The Force Awakens, or The Phantom Menace?
Free Universal Kit Fisto.
Do you know the answer to this one? Intern media format?
I could guess.
What's your guess?
My guess is Attack of the Clones.
Interesting. Oh, breaking news. EA just announced a remaster of Yoda Stories in full 3D built in Unreal 5 with ray tracing and motion controls. Do you know Yoda Stories?
No.
It's a puzzle game where it's top down, where you're Luke walking around with a giant head because Yoda sends you on errands. Not exciting adventures, errands. That's why I think they should turn it into a movie called Star Wars Yoda Stories, a Star Wars story.
Professionally, they just asked about Star Wars. This is the thing. They're hungry for that knowledge. The people going into these fields want to help.
It's nothing against Yoda Stories. It's just they're not like go defeat a Darth Vader style adventures. They're fetch quests.
Errands. Wow. Yaddle Stories when
Yoda Story was a short randomly generated point and click adventure designed for players to finish in an hour. I'll tell you, Intern Forrest never beat it.
What?
Intern Forrest got very bored.
Fair, Aaron.
No, Intern Forrest was also not that into puzzles.
Fair enough.
But what was cool about it, one thing that was cool about it was each planet was procedurally generated.
Ooh.
So you had to solve item-based puzzles either by pushing or pulling obstacles to reveal items, using items acquired elsewhere to unlock a new item, or defeating enemies. And once the final puzzle is solved, you're given a score and can choose to replay it or start a new game. It was the pushing and pulling that was... If Forrest was going to push or pull, we wanted it to be pushing some stormtroopers.
Oh, okay.
It was a good game. It was a good game. It just wasn't up Intern Forrest speed, to be clear. But, what did you pick? One of you thought it was Attack of the Clones, like Intern Dead File formats here. 4 of you thought Revenge of the Sith. 2 said The Force Awakens. 5 of you said The Phantom Menace. The correct answer is Attack of the Clones.
Oh my god, only one of you got it right?
Only one of you got it right.
And it was the answer I thought.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to have steered that one person wrong and I was ready to make fun of them. Instead, all of you doubted me and you have failed. Suffer.
Who got it right? The leaderboard doesn't make it look like any of you did. Yes. Congratulations, Blog. And also, Rise of Skywalker is the last Star Wars movie released on Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
As of today, at least.
As of today.
Yeah, once they release another Star Wars, it probably won't be. But who knows when or if that'll ever happen. Why don't we go to question number 7. The original Star Wars was released in 1977. Which of these events also happened in 1977? France executed someone via guillotine, Jimmy Carter became president, the first Apple II computers went on sale, or the Seattle Mariners played their first game.
Missy knows this, and I really, really hope that it's A. Even though that is horrifying, what's suffering? It had nothing to do with trivia, and so I therefore do not approve of this suffering. However...
Yeah, there are multiple correct answers.
Yeah, guillotine?
Yeah.
I feel like that might actually be more humane. Like a really sharp one.
I mean, compared to what?
Compared to just like injecting them with drugs that make them suffocate to death.
Yeah, that's worse. That's worse. I think you meant like a lightsaber.
Oh no, a lightsaber would be even better because you could even get 2 of them and you could scissor off their head.
Give them the old Dooku trim. So 4 of you said guillotine. 3 of you said it was Jimmy Carter, who sold his peanut farm to be president. 3 of you thought it was the first Apple II computers. 3 of you thought it was the Seattle Mariners. Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah! Right?
Tragically.
Wow.
So tragic that they stopped using the guillotine. So tragic.
I know, one that cauterizes so clean. There
are guillotines in Star Wars that are laser guillotines. They're used on the planet Onderon to decapitate people in their Civil War.
Oh, okay.
And they're not at all French Revolution-y Civil War. It's actually not.
They might be bringing it back.
That's true. Hopefully in a way that won't be horrible. Anyway, let's go to leaderboard. Where Star Wars Andrew is in first, Princess Missy Organa in second.
Yeah.
I directed Star Wars in third. R2-D2 makes R1-D1 look like R0-D0 in fourth. Bootleg Bosk in fifth. Goo in sixth. Luke Starkiller in seventh. Podrace Tatoes in eighth. 1B, but like a droid, in ninth. CB-C-3PO in 10th.
I want to be witnessed when I'm guillotined.
It's Anderon, named after the politicians George hated, Andor and Ronald Reagan. Because, of course, referencing Lott Dodd, named after Trent Lott and Chris Dodd, U.S. senators in 1999. And, of course, Ronald Reagan and Newt Gingrich.
Reagan. Has anyone played Star Wars Rebellion? Galaxy-wise strategy game?
I'm familiar with it. I know it was like, I know that you could like be the Empire or the Death Star, and it was like asymmetric, and winning as the Empire was very different than winning as the Rebels. And like the Rebels had to use their heroes and stuff, whereas the Empire had to use the Death Star and an overwhelming force.
I love that. I love
really
overwhelming force.
There is some on Star Wars Twitter, it comes up pretty frequently. I do, and then he stopped being a politician and became the head of the MPAA.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was, I think he was the head of the MPAA in the last writer's strike before this one.
Oh.
It was hugely asymmetrical, much like the writer's strike. This is how Liberty dies to, oh my god, if anyone still cared about Trent Lott enough to make an NFT. Did you know there's new Star Wars NFTs that just got unveiled?
Out of the red, CBC, you are failing in 2 ways. I love the suffering. What was that, Fluval?
Luke Skywalker NFT is dropping tomorrow. Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker igniting his lightsaber, as are a bunch of Marvel NFTs that look like they're just comic covers.
I don't love that, but boy, do I like lightsabers.
Yeah, I love lightsabers.
And fuck Trent Lott.
But you know what show had lightsabers in it?
Which one?
Star Wars Detours. So why don't we go to question 8? Which actor's performance sadly remains trapped on the shelf as part of Star Wars Detours? Oh, I just realized our channel point redeems are off. Because we turned them off so that people weren't wasting their points during the the other one, the Day of the Tentacle stream.
Oh.
Well, so let's work on that. You got to get you can get all your channel points in.
I love that.
Not the
Lovely
sound alerts.
stream.
The sound alerts are enabled. But who do they look like is now enabled as our Planet Destroy and the sus horn.
Yeah.
That you can redeem. It doesn't look like the sus horn currently brings anything up on our monitors, so we'll have to fix that.
Star Wars SJWs, yes. Honestly, yeah. I would take one of them.
Who do they
any
look
day.
like? Who are you wanting us to bring up? Oh, I told you I removed that. That was comedy trivia. That was the comedy trivia exclusive sound.
To make you suffer.
So, okay, that who do they look like was redeemed by plausible deniability. You want Chris Dodd? No, Missy wants Chris Dodd.
Who's Chris Dodd?
He was the senator the Dodd was named after.
Okay, and he's bad.
He's... Yeah.
Okay, so he's bad.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that Fluval was surprised we didn't use Yakety Sax more.
I was surprised, and so you lost your privileges. That's the great attitude to have with channel point redeems. So this is Chris Dodd without a beard.
Okay.
And this is Chris Dodd with a beard. He looks like the guy from...
this is weird.
Oh, I have one.
Go back to him.
Can I do my beard one first?
Sure, sure.
He looks like Sam Neill in Hunt for the Wilder People.
He does.
The dad.
He does. The other one, for some reason, he looks both like on the Eli Levy scale, but also like John Knoll.
Okay.
Am I correct?
This is that one.
Wow. Yeah, I see it.
And then, okay, John Knoll.
I don't know why. Am I crazy?
No, I see it.
Show us. It's something about those eyebrows. Release the sax.
I gave you the sus horn. That's a horrible photo of John Knoll. Let's go back to...
He should have white hair by now. He's an old man.
He didn't when Intern Forrest saw him at the airport in Celebration Orlando.
Good point.
Yeah, he doesn't.
You gave it to us muted. Haha, suffering.
Wait.
Ugh.
Wait. You don't hear that?
Okay, never mind. They have opposite eyebrows. Because this man has no eyebrows, and Dodd is mostly eyebrow.
Okay, let me fix that.
Suffer. Sandy Eagle? Yes.
Yeah, I see Sam the Eagle.
Yes. He does look like the president in a TV show. He does.
How am I hearing it?
I'm not hearing it.
You didn't hear the sus horn when they played it earlier?
I did.
Huh.
I heard it earlier.
Yeah, they didn't hear it at all.
It's like when you give your baby cousin an unplugged controller, except you can make us hear it and suffer, like right now.
You know, I might have to just put that... I'm going to just disable that one for right now. We'll figure that out. later. Suffer from wasting your points.
Suffer.
Well, the other ones work.
What dog?
Oh, and John Knoll, for those who don't know, did the special effects for the prequels.
Yes. I don't think he looks like him. I think he looks like Sam the Eagle.
Oh, right. We were in the middle of a thing.
And Eugene Levy.
We were in the middle of a whole thing.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. You don't have it. Donate it for science.
For suffering,
It does
I know.
look like he says actually a lot.
Okay, so this is Chris Dodd again. He does look like Sam the Eagle.
He looks really condescending.
I mean, yeah.
He looks
He's a
wildly condescending.
He's a senator.
He looks like someone I know who was on the board of Chevron.
He's a senator.
Yeah, that person came up with the idea for Rogue One.
Yeah.
John Knoll.
John Knoll
He
did,
also
not Chris Dodd.
half invented Photoshop. Was not a senator. But that guy was, and he's a bad person, and he looks like Sam the Eagle. And also like he would play a president on a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah. D, Star Wars. My improv team at the time went to see Rogue One after dinner, and pre-show was a bonding activity. We're all red-eyed and sad after. Weird set. That would be a weird fucking set. Are you kidding me?
Well, let's see what you picked.
Wait, Disney just announced theatrically released stop-motion film of Splinter of the Mind's Eye, and now it's canon! Whoa.
Whoa, that's incredible news. Thank you.
Specific Andrew.
There's so much specific, Andrew, for that announcement about
Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
Seth MacFarlane was a Seth trap.
Oh, I know why you don't hear it. I think I fixed it.
Oh, good job, Fluval.
Do you all hear this? Did you hear that?
Yes!
Okay. Then the Susshorn channel redemption is back.
Yes!
Okay. Now let's see who got it right. They were all their performances are
Oh God!
Someone didn't set the time on that right. But the correct answer is all of them. Breckenmeyer played Admiral Akbar. Donald Faison played Killer. Joel McHale played Galaxy Rumors host. And Seth MacFarlane played Emperor Palpatine. There is supposed to be a global cooldown on it, so I'm a little surprised it's fired off this much. Oh. Thank you for the Planet Destroy 1BDBR. And thank you for all of your sus horns to Potatoes Molasses, Backseat Dreamer, Argyle, Plausible Deniability, Adam Fink, and Specific Andrew, who just put one in now as well. Global cooldown, more like global exploding.
1B still has a cooldown.
Okay, I think it's working now. Good. Okay, then let's go to our leaderboard, where almost everyone who answered would get it right. And Star Wars Andrew is in first place. Princess Missy Organa in second. I directed a Star Wars in third. R2D2 makes R1D1 look like R0D0 in fourth. Goo in fifth. Luke Starkiller in sixth. The Bootleg Bosk in seventh. Pod Race Tatoes in eighth. CBC 3PO in ninth. 1B, but like a droid in 10th. E.g. Lisa M in 11th. Wait.
What?
Oh, it's showing people as having gotten that wrong. When they couldn't have, because all of the answers were correct.
Suffer!
I guess probably maybe Pod Race Tato? Oh yeah, they didn't answer because it's the duplicate Pod Race Tatoes who didn't answer. So it counts not answering as wrong. Oh no, it's just because they got it wrong on the previous one. It's doing that whole thing again. Okay. Why don't we stop talking about crowd purr and talk about question 9? Cal Kestis is the protagonist of Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Who plays him? Ben McKenzie, Cameron Monaghan, Robin Lord Taylor, or Sean Pertwee? If you know what any of these actors look like, answer's right there in the image.
Fuck.
That is Cal Kestis in this image. So if you know what any of these actors look like, the answer is literally on screen for you right now.
Knew to look this up and didn't. Suffer.
Suffer at your inability to recognize an actor's face.
Suffer.
It's one of the two you don't know, so you have a 50% chance of getting it right. No way, it's another doctor. Kashan Pertwee is the son of John Pertwee, one of the Doctor Who's.
Knows it.
Let's see what she picked. Almost all of you thought Cameron Monaghan, and Cameron Monaghan is the correct answer. And Cal Kestis also appears in the mobile game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Missy got it. Then BB refresh.
Well, it's not Will Poulter. Well, it's not.
Looks like Poulter.
Oh, you had to log back in.
Person.
Ooh. Well, that might decide. Okay, well, 1B, the good news is it knows.
First.
So 1B, the good news for you is it knows that you're the same person. Oh, no, it doesn't. There's 2 of you now. You can't win anymore.
Depending on how much you bet.
And if everyone else really screws it up. They have a question left.
It's still anyone's game, and Disney Plus has just announced traditional hand-drawn animated adaptation of the hit Terry Brooks novel Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace.
Well, why don't we then, since we're talking about the last question, why don't we go to question 10? It's not a wager. How many episodes of Star Wars Detours are sitting on the shelf? 27, 31, 39, or 42?
Ooh.
And this is the
69.
shelf. Seen here is the Disney shelf where Homer broke everything.
Wow, at least he's honest.
Alrighty, Georgie Porgies have heard this number a lot, but do you remember it? Get your answers locked in.
Were they able to bet?
No.
I see.
No, there was no wager for this one.
I see.
Oh yeah, I see the two E.G. Lisa M's now. No.
Never.
No, there will just be a. Yeah, did Longtime say it like an hour ago? Maybe. There will just be a more of a cooldown built into it in future episodes, so get it out of your system. I will say I sympathize with Hunter a little bit more now.
I don't. This is amazing.
It is sounding just like an episode of Akpana no Duma.
What is that?
It's a show that has the sound in it, and that's what caused WizWorld to get the sound and led us down to this whole road.
I love it.
It's like a very classic, like, buddy comedy show. Like, Wiz often compares it to It's Always Sunny.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Where it's like Fat Man, Tall Man comedy.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah, it's like Laurel and Hardy meets Always Sunny.
Yeah. Love Fat Man,
it's like
Tall
an African
Man.
show. It's very funny. And we learned today it's a spin-off of another show.
I see.
But let's see what you picked here. 27 of you said... 3 of you said 27.
27 of you said 3.
1 of you said 31. 8 of you said 39. And 39 is the correct answer.
Only know
There's
from Westworld.
39 fully produced episodes, and footage from the show debuted at Star Wars Celebration 6 in mid-2012.
Star Sons.
So we are now 11 years away from the debut from Star Wars Detours being unleashed upon the world, basically.
Guessed it luckily right. You only guessed right because of luck. Ha! Suffer!
Suffer as you go to our leaderboard, where Star Wars Tick Andrew is in first, Princess Missy Organa in second, I directed a Star Wars in third. R2-D2 makes R1-D1 look like R0-D0 in fourth. Luke Starkiller in fifth. Pod Race Tatoes, Boil and Mash 'em, stick him in a stew
Okay.
in sixth. 7th is Goo.
Stick 'em
8th
in and
is Bootleg
spew.
Bosk. In 9th, CBC 3PO. In 10th, 1B. In 11th, 1B but like a droid. In 12th, EG Lisa M. In 13th, Pod Raised Tatoes. In 14th, Dreamer. In 15th, EG Lisa M. In 16th, EG Lisa M. In 17th, Never Saw a Star Wars. In 18th, Calico Sky.ttv. In 18th, EG Lisa M. In 20th, the Millennium Falcon. And in 21st, Federation Starship 69. 4 of our players are EG Lisa M now.
I love it.
I think that EG Lisa M hoping that the aggregate of all EG Lisa M's points will take them to the leaderboard.
Blogtoven, I haven't heard that, and unfortunately we can't believe it until our insider, specific Andrew, tells us.
No, we need news from specific Andrew.
Yeah. We can hope, though.
Now let's go to our surprise final 11th question. This was supposed to be a wager. Which of these Star Wars movies was the last one to win an Oscar? A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, or Rise of Skywalker? So we still won't know if having negative points stops you from wagering.
Suffer in your state of not knowing.
Yes, but you want to lock in your answers because the quicker you answer, the higher you score.
Cede the balance of negative points to one of the Lisa M's.
But which of these was the last Star Wars movie to win an Oscar? Do you know this one, Intern Cavalcade of Stars?
Thank you so much. I'm Intern Kristie. I think it was Rise of Skywalker. I thought they got an award for something other than the story.
What do you think they got an award for?
Maybe the costumes?
Oh, you actually, this isn't a bit, you actually think it did.
Oh, I do. One of the Glup Shittos did one of the Glup Shittos. 5
of you thought it was A New Hope. None of you thought it was Jedi. 2 of you thought it was Revenge of the Sith. And 5 of you thought it was Rise of Skywalker. As you might have noticed from my attitude, it is not. It is A New Hope.
It's A New Hope? Wait, that says Return of the Jedi. Oh, okay.
That was a trick to get them mad.
Oh, okay.
It's
Wait,
A New Hope.
Disney Plus just announced a live-streamed special event of Michael A. Stackpole playing Star Wars Episode 1 Racer as Odie Mango.
Psych, it's Return of the Jedi. I'm just messing with you. It's Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi won a Special Achievement Award for visual effects, and it's the last Star Wars to win an Oscar.
Wow. You missed the Return of the King in theaters on 4/19?
So did you.
Yes, it should be rescreened. Not even for John Williams. Crazy. Stackpole, he was a big X-Wing reader. Or Whisper was.
Actually, Stackpole was a big writer for Star Wars.
Wait. What is real anymore? Suffer in your lack of knowing.
Did I say competitive Oscars? I said Oscar. Who's Forrest?
Who the fuck is Forrest? 419 plays it.
Okay, so here we go. So look, you see how we're going down this list here, and we see 1. Oh look! After Return of the Jedi, you don't see 1 anymore because it's the last one that won an Oscar.
Wow.
See?
What a beautiful horn. Visual effects count.
But it didn't. Yeah, but it didn't.
Are you not counting visual effects, Fluval?
No, I am.
Oh, okay.
Return of the Jedi counts because it won it.
Oh, okay.
This is my mind pal. It's not Wikipedia, but
yeah, no.
See, because it wasn't best visual effects the category. It was a Special Achievement Award for visual effects, which is why Missy's quibbling.
They stole the design.
But
actions.
They're also.
Fine. Oops.
Yeah.
I meant to sad trombone you.
See, you go here to the page of my Mind Palace for the category. And oh, look who's here. It's Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi listed here as winners for the category
of
Best Visual Effects.
Oh, okay.
It worked slightly differently then, but they did win. And no Star Wars since.
Cheer up if you knew more about these testicles.
You're gonna have a surgery on your testicles.
You need to go watch the Lone Cornmeal Machine.
Cut open your scrotum. Oh, how about that?
If you haven't seen that yet, Missy, because you haven't seen the Gethard show, right, Missy?
That's my reaction. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's from the Gethard show.
Well, you're gonna have to have a surgery on your testicles.
That was yeah, it wouldn't matter. That was the tricksiness.
Right?
I also, if I didn't know the answer from the beginning of time, would have thought it would be Rise of Skywalker.
Can that clip be the new Yakety Sax at least?
You're gonna have to have a surgery on your
It is my very
testicles.
favorite clip.
You know what's great? If you go back and listen to the early We Are
delicious.
Trash People podcast, which I don't recommend, you can see how mad our their old co-host Judge Robin got every time Emily played it.
Intern Emily.
Yeah. Yeah, so no one got it right.
No real change.
So
you
let's
all
go.
lost 20.
Let's see who our winner is. In third place, it's I Directed a Star Wars. In second place, it's Princess Missy Organa. And in first place,
Who was that?
it is Star Wars
Fantastic
Detours.
Andrew! Woo!
Yes, and Sam wins the award for most places.
Most places.
With E.G. Lisa M. Yes, good night, but not goodbye, to quote B. Arthur.
Fifth place,
Not bad at
too
all,
bad.
Adam
Specific
Fink.
Andrew, let us know your address and we will send you a prize.
Especially because we may have it.
We may have
But
it.
send it anyway in
but
case
let's
it's
make
changed.
sure we have it.
Yeah,
True champ, news correspondent, and winner.
absolutely.
Yes, our insider.
Lobot is Chewbacca's nephew who has a droid he holds in his hand that translates everything into basic. That's true. Specific Andrew
True champ.
got it for
True
being
champ.
a Hollywood
yes,
insider.
Cheering. Another Hollywood insider. You know, it's always a chain of insiders.
It is. It's insiders all the way down.
May the fourth be with you.
May the fourth be with you. And also, be sure to join us next week for Zelda trivia, because Tears of the Kingdom is coming out next Friday, and you'll shed some Tears of the Kingdom next week as you suffer.
Yes. I
Before our
suffered a
trivia.
lot as a
And-
young person who thought that I thought that Zelda was a new movie coming out
Oh.
because the trailers didn't say anything about it being a
No.
video game. And I didn't play it.
Plausible deniability knows one thing, and that's that Zelda is the boy. And also, we have a special guest who will be joining us next week on Grand Trivia, so you won't want to miss that. And as a little teaser, the week after that is Fast and Furious trivia. And
It's all about family.
it's all about family, and a guest may be journeying all the way from a board castle to join us for that one. So don't miss these next upcoming weeks of Grand Trivia. We'll see you next week.
Wait, we haven't given them their prize.
Da-da-da-da. Thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of Grand Trivia. If you want to suffer when the show is not on, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/RadioFreeMultiverse, and you'll get trash in the mail. And if you missed calls this week, it was Star Wars versus Star Trek. So be sure to check it out right here at twitch.tv/RadioFreeMultiverse. Good game, everyone. We'll see you next week. We have your coordinates.
Here he comes. Swimming closer than farther away. Is his attention span the normal of attention that the goldfish possesses? Fluval, 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 Fluval.